Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's discussion. I am Dr. Maruf Akhtar, Associate Professor of Biochemistry at Din Sukhna Women's Medical College, Jashore. Today, I want to make a discussion on the process of synthesis of RNA. Gene expression is the process by which instructions in the DNA sequences are converted into a functional gene product. In genetics, it is the fundamental level at which the genotype is converted to phenotype. That is the observable trait or expressed trait. The functional gene products are usually proteins, but in some non-protein coding genes like transfer RNA and the small nuclear RNA genes, the functional gene product will be RNA. So, how the RNA molecules are synthesized within the body? Let's know in details about the process of transcription. The transcription is a process of synthesis of RNA using the base sequences of DNA template. Actually, it is the DNA guided RNA synthesis. Transcription produces messenger RNA that is translated into sequences of amino acids, polypeptides or proteins, and also the transfer RNA, ribosomal RNA, and some additional RNA molecules that perform specialized structural, catalytic, and regulatory functions. So, they are not translated into proteins, they are non-coding RNAs. Let's know about the requirements for transcription. These are the DNA template, the enzyme RNA polymerase, it is the prime enzyme for transcription, and some RNA polymerase associated proteins and enzymes. It's the Tata binding protein and several transcription factors. These are transcription factor 2D, 2A, 2B, 2E, 2F, and 2H, and that enzyme topoisomerases. And the last one is the activated ribonucleotide triphosphates in the form of ATP, CTP, GTP, and UTP. Let's take a look to the particular segment of gene that is transcribed into RNA. It has two strands. This is the coding strand or sense strand, and this one is the non-coding strand or antisense strand. During transcription, the non-coding strand or the antisense strand acts as a template for synthesis of RNA. The newly synthesized RNA is complementary and anti-parallel to the non-coding template strand of DNA, but it is identical to the coding strand of DNA. The only difference is the replacement of the thymine base by uracil. Let's follow the basis of the coding strand of DNA and the newly synthesized RNA. Here, the first three bases are same. That is, the base adenine, guanine, and cytosine of coding strand is same as that of the base of RNA. But here is the difference. Thymine in coding strand of DNA is replaced by uracil in RNA. Let's know about the enzyme RNA polymerase. It's a DNA-directed enzyme that synthesizes RNA from DNA template. In prokaryotes, one single species of RNA polymerase synthesizes all types of RNA. And it is a multi-subunit enzyme having a core enzyme and several auxiliary proteins. This is the RNA polymerase of prokaryotes. It's the core enzyme that contains 5 subunits. These are the subunits: 2 alpha, 1 beta prime, and 1 omega subunit. And this is the holoenzyme. The core polymerase with sigma factor is referred to as the holoenzyme. This is the sigma factor. The RNA polymerase holoenzyme cannot recognize the promoter sequence, but it helps in the DNA template binding and overall the synthetic process of RNA. That is, it enables the RNA polymerase for synthesizing the RNA in 5' to 3' direction. But the sigma factor recognizes the promoter region for initiation of transcription in prokaryotes. In eukaryotes, there are 3 distinct species of RNA polymerase that synthesizes RNA. These are the RNA polymerase 1, 2, and 3. The RNA polymerase 1 transcribes the pre-ribosomal RNA that is the 28S, 18S and 5.8S ribosomal RNA in the nucleolus. And the RNA polymerase II synthesizes the pre-messenger RNA, that is the heteronuclear messenger RNA, and some non-coding RNAs like small nuclear, small nucleolar and microRNA. And the RNA polymerase III that transcribes the 5S ribosomal RNA and the transfer RNA. RNA polymerase recognizes and binds with the promoter region for initiation of transcription. It then melts or unzips the double-stranded DNA for exposure of the single-stranded template DNA, and then it polymerizes the ribonucleotides for synthesis of RNA from DNA template, and then ultimately it recognizes the terminator sequence for after synthesis of RNA to stop the transcription. So, the RNA polymerase initiates transcription process, propagates it, and by recognizing the terminator sequence, it after synthesis of RNA, it stops the overall process of transcription. Let us know about the steps of transcription. Transcription involves 3 steps. These are initiation, elongation and termination. Before going to the step initiation, let us know about the particular segments of DNA that are transcribed into RNA and some terms for better understanding of the overall process of transcription. The first one is the transcription start site. It is the site from where transcription process initiates. It's the DNA, and here is the transcription start site. The first base at the transcription start site is assigned a position of +1, and a base in the promoter region is assigned a negative number if it occurs prior to the transcription start site. So, a negative base is located to the left of the transcription start site and towards the 5' end of the DNA. The nucleotide bases that remain at the left side of the transcription start site is known as upstream, and if the nucleotide bases remain at the right side, it is known as downstream, and there is no base designated as 0. Another important term is a transcription unit. It is a stretch of DNA that is transcribed into an RNA molecule. A transcription unit extends from the promoter region to the termination region. It contains the signals of initiation, elongation as well as termination of transcription. And the initial product of transcription by RNA polymerase is termed as the primary transcript. Let us have a look to the promoter sequences of transcription. In prokaryotes, the promoter region contains 2 consensus sequences. These are Pribnow box, that is identical to the Tata box in eukaryotes, and -35 sequence. Here is the transcription start site. This is the Pribnow box, and it is a stretch of 6 nucleotides that is centered about 10 nucleotides to the left of the transcription start site. And this one is the -35 sequence. It is a second consensus sequence, also contains 6 nucleotides, is centered about 35 bases to the left of the transcription start site. In prokaryotes, transcription begins with the binding of the RNA polymerase holoenzyme to a region of the DNA that is known as promoter sequence. At first, the sigma factor searches for the promoter region and identifies and binds with the promoter sequence. And whenever the RNA synthesis occurs, the sigma factor is released and the transcription process continues. The consensus sequences are the idealized sequences at which the bases that occurs most commonly but not necessarily always at that position. In eukaryotes, the promoter sequence contains 3 consensus sequences. These are Tata box, that is identical to the Pribnow box of prokaryotes, the GC box or the GC rich region, and the CAT box. The promoter sequence of eukaryotes is located towards the 5' end of the transcription start site of coding strand of DNA. Here is the Tata box or Hogness box, that is a core promoter consensus sequence that is nearly identical to the Pribnow box of prokaryotes, and It is found about 25 nucleotides upstream of the transcription start site. In most of the genes, no Tata box is present. Instead, they contain different core promoter element like initiator and down promoter element. And this one is the cat box. It is located between 70 and 80 nucleotides upstream of the transcription start site. There is also a GC rich region or GC box present in the promoter region of eukaryotes. And these sequences serve as the binding sites for proteins known as transcription factors, which in turn interacts with each other and RNA polymerase II. An enhancer element is present in the distal regulatory elements. The eukaryotic initiation is far more complicated than the prokaryotic initiation. Enhancers are the cis-acting DNA sequences that can increase the rate of initiation. Enhancers are located far from the transcription start site, but by forming a loop, it comes nearer to the promoter sequence, nearer to the core promoter elements and binds with the RNA polymerase II and transcription factors by enhancer binding protein. Thereby, it increases the rate of initiation. RNA polymerase II cannot bind directly with the promoter region. It requires some factors that are some general transcription factors. And this binds one after another and in turn with the RNA polymerase II to form pre-initiation complex. Let's have a look to the steps of formation of pre-initiation complex. At first, the Tata binding protein, that is a subunit of transcription factor 2D, binds to the promoter. Here is the Tata box promoter. It creates a sharp bend in the promoter DNA. Next, the Tata binding protein recruits the transcription factor 2A, then transcription factor 2B to the promoter. The transcription factor 2B then recruits the RNA polymerase II as well as the transcription factor 2F to the promoter. Then the transcription factor 2E joins in the growing complex and here it recruits the transcription factor 2H. At least 6 transcription factors are identified in eukaryotes and together with the Tata binding protein, RNA polymerase binds with the promoter region for initiation of transcription. The pre-initiation complex, here the DNA is still double-stranded and it is known as closed complex. The lastly recruited transcription factor, that is the transcription factor 2H, it has 2 special properties. It has an ATPase activity and helicase activity. By its ATPase activity, it phosphorylates RNA polymerase and thereby it helps in promoter clearance, and by its helicase activity, it separates the double-stranded DNA and exposes the single-stranded template DNA for transcription, for binding of the RNA polymerase and the overall process of transcription. Whenever the double-stranded DNA separates, it is known as open complex and the actual RNA synthesis occurs here. At first, a negative superhelical tension is formed, that is, unwinding of the DNA template occurs in one turn that exposes the DNA template strand for synthesis of RNA. There are some activators and repressors that regulates the initiation step of transcription. Once the promoter region has been identified by the RNA polymerase and the local unwinding then continues, and this local unwinding generates supercoils in the DNA and that is relieved by topoisomerases. The RNA polymerase then starts to synthesize the RNA transcript by polymerization of the ribonucleotides and moves along the template strand and synthesizes the primary transcript of RNA. Initially, several small RNA molecules are synthesized and that are discarded, and the actual elongation step starts whenever the RNA molecules that are synthesized, that is the newly synthesized RNA, whenever it exceeds at least 10 ribonucleotide bases, then the actual transcription step started. And both eukaryotes and as well as in the prokaryotes, the initial removal of the small RNA copies, that is known as the obligatory phase of abortive cycle, occurs. Whenever the first bond is formed, the RNA polymerase removes the promoter sequence, that is known as promoter escape, for transcription of the remainder of the gene for synthesis of the RNA. This one is the non-template or coding strand, and here is the template or non-coding strand that is exposed by melting of the double-stranded DNA for synthesis of RNA. Here, local unwinding generates supercoils that are released by the DNA topoisomerases, and chain elongation of RNA continues in the 5' to 3' direction, forming a DNA-RNA hybrid helix. The elongation of the RNA chain continues until a termination signal is reached. The RNA polymerase searches for the termination sequences, and after recognition of this terminator sequence, the synthesis of RNA stops and the primary transcript is released. Transcription in prokaryotes, spontaneous or it may be intrinsic. It depends upon a Rho factor, that is the Rho dependent termination and Rho independent termination. In Rho dependent termination, the protein Rho factor searches for the termination sequence, and it binds with the newly synthesized RNA or loosely with the DNA. It acts as an ATPase and releases the primary transcript. And in Rho independent termination, the newly synthesized RNA forms a hairpin-like structure that is self-complementary. Let's follow the Rho independent termination in prokaryotes. This is the DNA coding strand and this is the non-coding template strand, and here is the newly synthesized RNA that forms a loop. It is self-complementary and takes a loop like a hairpin. At first it forms a loop and GC-rich stain that forms a palindrome sequence, and beyond this loop, these uracil molecules bind loosely with the DNA and easily discarded. It then releases the primary transcript and thereby it stops the process of transcription. That's all about the process of synthesis of RNA. Thanks to all. Assalamu alaikum.